How's it going, party people? It's Caravan Dan. I run the Gaming Caravan, a tabletop brand based in Central Florida, and today we're going to be talking about before you buy Stellar Drift. If you don't know, Stellar Drift was actually made by a local Orlando guy named Brian Klein. He runs Mystic Tiger Games. The campaign was very impressive, having exactly 1,000 backers. That itself is like insane. I love seeing that, to be honest. And he raised $15,000, which is fantastic. This is a very affordable game. It's my favorite roll and write game. There's no dice, so it's not a roll and write, it's a pull and write. And there's no better way to explain this game to you other than just having you see me do a couple turns in the game. So I'm going to give you an overhead view of the game. It's a 1 to 5 player game that focuses on blink and write, resource management, and combo chaining. That might not be a technical mechanic, but I consider a pretty big mechanic where this triggers this, that allows you to do this, that gives you this, that gives you this, to give you that. Combo chaining is a very satisfying thing in board games. Very rare to see. A few games do it like Great Split, and this game does it very, very well. I'll go ahead and show you a little bit more about it right now. Let's get started. All right, so let's go ahead and get started on how to play the game. I'm going to show you how by playing the game itself. Step 1, you're going to go ahead and draw 2 cubes. Make sure they're 2 different colored cubes, right? Make sure everyone has an energy tracker, an energy disc, a flipper token for the round, 1 of each sheet. The only variable sheets are the ships. They're completely unique, so make sure you know that going into it. Not everyone's gonna have the same ship unless you make it happen. And the top left is like the important detail for that ship. Some ships have ladders, so the same letter leads to the same letter. Some other ones have wild rooms where anything can clear. It's just so forth. And the difficulty's on the top right. The name of the ship is on the top right as well. You're going to start in the middle of the room in that nuclear symbol. The last thing to do to set up is you're going to pull 2 cubes. One of them is going to dictate your starting ability. The other one's going to dictate which track you start off on. The only exception is if you choose blue as the track, you're going to check off 1 box at the bottom of each. So let's say I do something like this, where blue is going to be my blue ability. I'm going to mark that off to show that's why I selected for the whole game, which allows me to use a cube to pay for a tech point. The red cube is going to give me the first 2 checkboxes on the rightmost track, which gives me the ability to use these tech trackers. I'll explain that in a bit. So step 1, round 1 is going to happen. Put that back in there. Round 1, you're going to do your energy income, which allows you to gain the starting value, which in this case is 3. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3. Check that off. Also round 1, boom. Cube income, you're going to pull as many cubes as listed right there. Starting value is 3. I have 3 cubes. Look at that. Next up, you're going to do the tech point. You get to get 1 tech point anywhere you want. The tech points are these tracks listed right here. Whenever you come up on the padlock, once you check it, you're able to utilize the ability in the right column next to it. So for instance, right now, when repairing, jump over up to 3 spaces. Anytime I do that, I'm going to cross it off to show that I used it. None of these are permanent benefits. They're all one-time use type situations unless there's multiple tracks. Like here, I can use it 2 times. In my tech point, I'm going to go ahead and just continue up the track right here. Boom. Once you go up, as you can see next to the column, you actually see some medals. That is the victory point symbol. You'll get victory points in a few different ways. I'll explain that after the first round. So I got my cube income, I got my tech point, time for the repairs. So I have my 3 cubes that I want to spend, right? I'm going to go to this one right here and see what I want to use. The rooms will all have on the top a cost to spend it, which is the color cube and the symbol of it. And underneath, it's what you get for clearing that room. So to show you, I'm going to go ahead and spend a yellow, which is going to go in my spent cube column. You never put it in the bag again until the end of the round. That yellow is going to cross this off for me, which is going to give me a reactor, which crosses off my reactor chain. Right here is going to give you a ton of different points and abilities and stuff like that. So I got that lightning bolt, which means I got an extra energy. Boom. Next up, I have a yellow and a blue, which actually works out here because my next one is going to be yellow and blue. I can cross it off. I'm going to get crossed off another reactor symbol, which crosses off fuel right here, which I get a victory point for doing so. All the victory points at the end of the game. Now, I have used all 3 of my cubes. I'm able to use some other abilities if I want to. Everyone has the exact same ability right here, which is draw 2 energy to get cube from the bag, which I believe I'll do. I got a red. Or spend 2 energy to change 1 color cube to anything else, which I will not do. I will use this red to cross off this right here to give me some thrusters. Thrusters will also give me energy right there. Boom. And you know what? Why not? I'm going to spend 2 more energy. I'm going to go ahead and grab another cube. Look at that. I spent that, and now I have green. And guess what? Green's right there. But instead of doing that, I'm going to use my 1-time round captain skill. Captain skills can be used once per round max. I'm going to use this, which is cross off the round I used it. And then one cube of any color will pay to gain a tech point. So I'm going to go ahead and just go up on the track I'm already on, and I can do this right now. So I'll go ahead and do that, which is gain one repair track mark. One repair track mark. I'll go ahead and go to the reactor, and that plus sign means I gain a permanent income, and that top right is going to be energy. So I'm actually going to gain another energy every single turn. I choose to do nothing with the rest of my energy. I'm going to go ahead and end the round. So I finished my repair phase. Now clean up. Clean up phase is right next to this, where you're going to store 2 unused cubes on the top right here, and then everything else will go inside the bag. But I used all my cubes, so all my cubes will go inside the bag. And then I'm going to go ahead and flip my ready token. I was supposed to do that already. Once you're done repairing, you're going to flip that over. If there's other players, it lets them know if you're ready to move on or not, which is a pretty important thing in a roll and write game. And then that's it. Now that you saw a couple turns of the game, let's go ahead and talk about whether you should buy, try, or deny this game. Buy this game if you really like unique roll and writes or blank and writes. This one is pretty cool. I like what they do with the resources in the game. That's not just it's not just dice. I like the cubes. The cubes are multicolored, which is cool. It has symbols, which is cool. Pretty high quality. I didn't expect to be this high of quality whenever I played a few prototypes. I didn't know it was going to end up being this high quality, but we hit a couple stretch goals, which is good. More games need this, the ready, not ready, because I hate asking like, oh, are we ready? Then you're waiting for one person, you don't know if they're done, and we've been talking for 10 minutes. It turns out it's like, oh, we've been ready? Oh, I've been ready. It's like, I don't know how I'm supposed to know that without communication. So this is more necessary, the flipper that lets people know who's done with their turn. This is really cool, having a dual layered tracker for your energy that actually slides like that. I love that, because picking up, putting down, picking up, putting down is annoying. This sliding is super awesome. Ooh, super cool, and I love it. So buy this game if you like unique blank and writes, because this is a very, very unique one. You should definitely try this game if you like any kind of roll and write, and if you like satisfying combo training, or if you like games like Dinosaur Island roll and write. This is pretty similar, because that one's a little bit less roll and writey, more strategic planning. This is around the same field where it's like, okay, I want to end up getting this, so I have to work my way down there. Different ships have different abilities, so many replayable. There's 5 ships in here, and if he wants to do an expansion, which I really hope he does, it just add more ships and stuff like that. He doesn't even need new mechanics or anything. And each ship is pretty well balanced. It's all about what rooms you clear and making sure you clear like entire section of it. I've never been able to fully clear out one color on a ship, so I can't believe people actually do that. But if you go for it, that's a great way to get some points, because it's not like a super high scoring game most of the time. But I would say don't play this game if you don't like the chaining, because you really have to pay attention to everything going on in the game. You have to be involved. You have to be a part of it. So you have to know, like, oh, if I get this, it pushes me up on this track, and that track pushes me up on that track. That track gives me a new cube. I can use a new cube to go here. Like, you have to be willing and engaged with the game in order to pay attention to these things. Because if you're just trying to let the game play itself through you, like some other games do, like Uno, Exploding Kittens, this isn't a game like that. Some roll and writes are it's like, well, I need to look for 3 numbers. You gave me 3 6s, I'm done. Or I need to look for odds, and there's a 1, 3, 5, and a 6, so I'm going to use the 1, 3, 5. This game, you really have to be an active participant in the game itself to enjoy. So if you want the game to play itself, this isn't the game for you. Also, this is the hardest part for all roll and writes. I hear that in a good roll and write, you should end right before your players do everything they want and want them to play again. This one does a good job with that. You do maybe like a third of the ship. At your best game, you'll clear half a ship, but you'll never fully repair or complete a ship. If you do, I'd love to see a gameplay footage of that, because I've never seen it, and I don't even think it's possible. So you have to be okay with leaving things blank and being able to, like, okay, I want to go try this route on the next ship, or maybe what happens if I go on this route on this next ship. You have to be willing to play the game multiple times, which is important. But yeah, that's everything from Stellar Drift. Very impressive game. Just because I really believe in this game. I love this game. If you like the game, go ahead and look it up on BGG. Go to his website, Mr. Tiger Games, and buy a couple copies of the game. There's a deluxe edition. I'm not sure if he still has some of these. This was like a Kickstarter bag that they did. I think there's 2 colors available. I really like this bag as opposed to this bag. This is a cool bag, but the feel of this is a lot, like, this feels like cloth. It's a material that kind of makes me go a little weird with my fingers. This one's a very sturdy, very grippy bag that stands on its own, which is very cool. But that's everything. Peace, have a great day, God bless. I hope to see you at the table soon. Make sure to comment below your favorite roll and write and what games you'd like to see me cover next on the channel. See you next time.